Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Journey of Self. This is your coach, Manaz Amjad, and today I would like to talk to you about getting into action. This is a very common question that keeps coming my way. People write to me, specifically my present existing clients, and also some prospects who have been asking me questions around what is it to what do you actually mean by when I keep on repeating this term, which is to practice? So, friends, I would just like to briefly, through an example from my own life, help you understand that regardless of the concepts, tools, and techniques we may learn, we may not really be able to reap the benefits unless and until we put things into action, meaning we do it, we practice it. And when I refer the term practice, what I really mean is to do it consistently every single day. Whether you're listening to a guided meditation, whether you have picked up any tool from this podcast series, or you have learned a technique where you would be self reflecting on a journal prompt or exercising something that you have recently learned from any of these podcast series. The real test of any tool technique, the real benefit is in the action. It's where the rubber hits the road. And citing my example, many years ago, when I was a teenager, I would have a lot of anxiety. And that was the time when mental health or mental illnesses or concepts of stress and anxiety were not very commonly used, let alone finding help for it. So my anxiety would make me vomit and feel nauseated many a times, and the very sight of food would turn me off. There was no apparent reason. It was only when I am about to write my exams, or specifically my board exams or my high school exams. And every time before that, I would have this. This particular anxious state stayed with me for a longest time, which eventually, when I was in my early 20s into my job, I would find myself when I would be anxious. Now it was coupled up with vertigo. And both these things, there were a lot of hormonal imbalances. And together, I would find myself into a panic state, as if something is seriously wrong with me. What exactly it was just anxiety. And all I needed was to calm my nervous system, heal the stress that I've been holding in my nervous system for a long time. And in order to do so, I was in need of a support because nothing, unless we get into action, gets healed. So when I sought help of my coach and my cognitive behavior therapist, I understood that the vast knowledge I hold about the subconscious mind or the very workings of our mind, unless I put it into practice, this will remain a theory. There, there started my commitment to change, which eventually led me to put things into practice every single day, even if it meant that I was not ready for it, that I felt extremely inconvenient, extremely full of discomfort. But I still went on doing it. Be it the practice of yoga, feeling completely distracted, yet practicing meditation, feeling tired, yet not letting it go unless I finish my evening sessions. And with a lot of gratitude and that I would like to express for my teachers, along with that, my own commitment within a span of 3 years, pulled my nervous system out of the stress I was in. And there began my journey where, regardless of the issues or stress or conflicts or hardships, I was way more equipped and effective in dealing with them. And this was also precisely those years when I was in my early 30s and where I actually went through a lot, losing my job, being jobless for twice, being fired from the job, and along with that, personal loss. So there's a lot. I've shared my personal crisis, a glimpse of it on my website. If you want to read, I'll share the link. Not just that, when all fronts in your life test you, I was in that phase. And all thanks to my practice, I was able to sail through it because I did not give up on my practice, my commitment to my own well being. So, friends, if you find yourself and if you have this question in your head that how does this one meditation or mindfulness practice or a journal prompt would help you, remember this: to really find a way out, to feel those benefits of having that resilient inner you, that strength in your mental ability, that ability to not give up, the willpower to look into the eye of your fears and still keep on going on, that kind of commitment and strength and health, you would find when you seek support, have your plan ready, but you're 200% committed to putting everything into action, regardless of how difficult it is, how inconvenient it is, or how much it might stretch you. And you will find that you've actually built your resilient muscle. So, your call to action for today is whatever you're struggling with, if you know what will help you get out of it, practice it. Practice it on the days when you don't feel like doing it. Practice it on days when you are all motivated to do it. Your practice will eventually one day help you build your resilience muscle. This is how resiliency is built. There's no shortcuts to it. There's no overnight changes. This is the rule of nature. The more you follow it, the higher benefits you will reap out of it. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for being my listener, and I'll talk to you soon.